Good morning, everybody. How are you? It's Sunday morning, and as you may have noticed, I'm filming with something slightly different than what I normally do. So please bear with me. Before we get into that, I just want to say, welcome to my channel. If you're a new subscriber, I'm called Lynn Rich. The wait is over. If you're a new subscriber, then welcome. Also, I'm just really finding this off-putting, getting used to this new camera and seeing me in frame like this. So it's going to be an interesting one. So if you're a new subscriber, welcome. Thanks for joining me on my little piece of the internet. If you're a regular viewer, then hiya, welcome back. And you'll know by now that I said last week that I thought something big and something good was going to happen. Well, it did. I got for my birthday and Christmas this beautiful camera. It's a Nikon Coolpix. It was recommended to me. I went into Jessops because I thought I'd go to a place where not just like a Currys or something where you've got lots of like perhaps youngsters. I'm not saying that youngsters don't know anything about it. I don't mean to imply that at all. But just sometimes you think in these bigger places they don't always have the in-depth product knowledge. So I thought if I go to somewhere like a small little concern like Jessops in our town, they are usually very good and know quite a bit. So, and I was right, they did seem to. And this is the one I said what I'm trying to do, and I was having audio problems. I've tried everything, and this is what they came up with. So hope this is coming out okay, and you can see me all right. What I do need to get now is a tripod, because obviously it's going to be quite hard to just sort of stand here and hold it the whole time. My brother said he's got a spare one at home, so he's going to bring that round at some point, so I'll be able to use that. Just I keep cutting my head off, but we'll have to see when I look back at it. So let me just quickly pick my notes. I made some notes this week as well, so that I knew I'd be probably off put by the camera. So I thought if I keep on track with my notes. So yeah, I just wanted to say that about the camera, and thank you so much to my wonderful hubby for my present. I was so spoilt yesterday. The kids' lovely presents, and I had a great video, a little tiny snippet of a video on sent to me from my daughter-in-law, from my little grandsons. Oh, it was so cute, and they were like, "Happy birthday, Gran, love you." Oh, and my other daughter-in-law sent me some messages as well. It was brilliant, and then I saw the grandkids, so that was great. It was a very, very spoilt day. It was lovely. So where are we going to? Next thing, results. I am sure you're eager to know the results, how I done this week. Again, if you're just for the people that potentially have subscribed this week and are new and haven't seen any of my videos before, you'll know that I've recently gone back onto Slimming World, and I'd gained £3, which doesn't sound like a horrendous amount, but it took me back up to 913, which as far as I was concerned was perilously close to the 10 stone mark, which I'd spent so long to try and get off. I went up and down for a week or two, but basically this week I lost £2. So, I am so chuffed with that, really chuffed with that. So that takes me now back down to 910. So I was 910 yesterday morning, so I'm back on back where I was. So now I just need to go back down, get under and get to my target, which is 813. That's what I want to get to. I probably won't end up staying there, as I've said this before. I want to have like a sliding scale, maybe from like 813 up to, I don't know, 9.5 stone. And that gives me that little bit of wiggle room for like Christmases, holidays, birthdays, things like that. So that I've always got that little bit of a, cushion, if you like. So that's that. Let me go there. So how did I do it? Good question. How did I do it? If you watch follow my Instagram, I do try and post a lot, and I do on my Facebook page as well. I try and post a lot of the food that I was eating last week. I had a ball. I really did. I was really trying out different things, and just really, really enjoying it. Trying to up the sort of speedy veg, and clearly it sort of seemed to work. I got the £2 off. So I'll just read out a selection of some of the foods that I had, because I can't remember off the top of my head. One day, and I got a lot of comments on the Instagram page for this. I made like a jammy rice pudding. I made it with pudding rice because I wanted to save my Hex B for later in the day, I didn't particularly want to have like bacon and all that sort of thing for breakfast, so I thought, why not? Why not have something? I fancied something a bit sweet as well, so I thought, why not? Why not have, some rice pudding? So I just made it with pudding rice, which I didn't weigh because it's free, but I didn't put loads in. I mean, I knew I only had a certain amount because I wanted to use half of my Healthy Extra A on milk. So I only used half because I wanted to save the other half with some cheese because I was having cheesy leeks later on. And then I've added a little bit of water to that with some nutmeg, and mix that all together with 2 beaten eggs. Cook that all off on the hob, and once it was cooked, I then put it into a bowl and just allowed it to cool slightly. And then I just added some fromage frais, fat-free fromage frais, which is free, to it to make it nice and creamy. And then I added, I defrosted some frozen berries, and I had a teaspoon of, I think it's called Jimmy Jam. It's so nice. Somebody, one of the vlogs I watch or somewhere I saw it, that it's a lot nice. It's reduced sugar, and I think it's, for a tablespoon, it's 3.5 sins as opposed to 4 sins for normal reduced sugar jam. But a teaspoon of it is still half a sin, whether it's the Jimmy Jam one or normal one. So anyway, it's half a sin, so I had 1 teaspoon. But it just tasted really, it didn't taste that horrible artificial sweet. It was really nice. So I had that was one day. And as I say, I saved my hex beef for later. I did a vegetable chilli. That was absolutely lovely with some sort of savoury rice with it. I did a rhubarb and custard oats. That was gorgeous, and that was half a sin for 5. Well, I only had 400 grams of rhubarb cooked, but you can have 500 for half a sin, so I still counted it as half a sin. I want to make sure I do that. What else? Well, I did a baked apple and mincemeat. Smoked haddock and cheese leeks. Another one I got loads of responses to was I did a Quaker Oats Super Goodness porridge, and I just added some, like a teaspoon of desiccated coconut on the top and a bit of Jimmy Jam as well. So I think the whole thing was like 1.5, 2 sins, something. It was low sinned anyway. So I had that one day. I did some pancakes, liver and bacon, butternut squash soup, which I adore. That's some of the main meals that I did, but I was really enjoying them, and I wasn't having the sins. I was sort of keeping between, probably most days. The lowest I think I went was 7, and I think the highest I went up to was about 12 or 13 one day, but it was between sort of 7 and 10 ish, but it was always under 15. I never went up to the 15, so I think that seems to be sort of suiting me. I did quite a lot of walking, which I always try and do anyway. So yeah, I think that's obviously how it helped, and I'm really into my sort of teas. I mean, I've got a strawberry and vanilla one. That's really nice. I like my gingerbread tea one. That's really nice. I'm having a lot of black coffee, and then I put in some of that skinny syrup. I've got the white chocolate, just a couple of drops in it. It sort of sweetens it, and it's really nice. You feel like you're having something really naughty, but it's not. It's a black coffee. So yeah, enjoying those and saving my Healthy Extra A. I sort of seem to prefer to have cheese than milk. So I'm quite happy to forego teas and coffees during and if I do want a cup of tea, I have skim milk anyway, and 50ml makes a cup of tea for me, and that's half a sin. So if I want to have a cup of tea, then I just sin it with the milk. But other than that, I try and I've been using this week anyway. I've been using my Healthy Extra A on my cheese, and that's been absolutely lovely. So what have I got planned for next week? I'm going to do macaroni cheese stuffed peppers. So that's on the Slimming World website, so I'll let you know how that goes. What else? I'm going to do a Dijon style tangy grilled chicken. These are all off the Slimming World website, so they're going to be Slimming World friendly, obviously. Today we're having a lamb roast. I'm going to do, what else? Oh, cottage pie. My husband loves cottage pie. My dad loves cottage pie, so we'll have that one day. But I do mine. I never know the difference if it's cottage pie and you have lamb mince or shepherd's pie. But I've got some lamb mince anyway because I do like that. And what else am I going to do? Oh, a tuna pasta bake. I've got the tuna pasta bake mix, which I will sin. I think it's like 6 sins for the whole packet, and between the 3 of us, obviously that's a couple of sins. So I'll have that. I'm going to try some banoffee pancakes. I'm going to try them one day. Some banana bread pudding. It sounds lovely. Try that, and baked pineapple custard. So, you know, I mean, this is a diet, for goodness sake. It's incredible, isn't it? And I'm getting so inspired by everything that I'm watching, you know, on the YouTube channels, and there's just so much information out there on the website. And I do get a lot from the Slimming World website, but I tell you what I get the most from is my YouTube family. Seriously, that's where I get all my main ideas and inspiration. And just to sort of finish this vlog off, I've just written down my top 8, and I'm subscribed to a lot, but these are the ones that at the moment I'm loving. I'm loving them. That a lot of them are doing the Vlogmas, and some of them are really going to town with it, and it's brilliant to watch. And I know I aspire to do some of the things that they get up to and how they do it. They're great, and good on them, and thank you for being so motivated and inspirational to me. But my top 8, and then in no particular order, they're just as I sort of wrote them down, really. I have to say I've got a very, 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 very soft spot for a lady, and she knows who she is, Jane Day. She's my go-to girl. I just wish she would live around the corner. I could go and have a cup of coffee with her and her son Joe, who lives with her, and who is, well, he's like a little manager. He does all the videoing, all the vlogging, and he's, you know, if she's got some props and things, he hands them to her, and she's just a wealth of wisdom, and she says it as it is. She's funny. Sometimes she moves me to tears. She really does. But whatever she says, it resonates. It rings every bell possible. I just think, oh my God, you know, you're right. She's brilliant. So she's Jane Day. She's my real go-to one, and I've got a real soft spot for her. After that, Sarah Barnes from Taming Twins. She's doing Vlogmas at the moment, and she's doing it so well. She is one lovely lady. She's got 2 gorgeous little children, Harriet and George, and they're off to Lapland. They've had a big reveal, and I think a company is sending her there, so she gets to see some of these lovely locations. She goes on holidays and tries out cars and camper vans, and she's brilliant. She's absolutely amazing, and she's a great cook too. And their children are adorable, so adorable. And I just love it. It's like so homespun, and she's got a beautiful home, and you know, you just lose yourself in these videos and get so inspired by them. So thank you so much to the people that do them. I really, really appreciate it. Charlotte Louise Taylor, I've been recently found her. She's doing Slimming World, but she does an awful lot of like lifestyle, and she's got a little girl that's born with the same condition as she's got, which I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's got like cleft palate and a few other problems. She's got a little boy called Bill, and the little girl's Daisy, and she's beautiful. And yeah, Charlotte's again does some gorgeous videos, and she had a really sad one the other day when she lost her dog. Oh, and my dog's sort of 14 going on 15, so you know, you really do get to know these people, and you know, you share their pains and their gains and their losses, and it's absolutely fab. Debbie SW. Debbie's done really well. She's got a husband Andrew, who's a card. They're quite a hilarious little, and he's starting to come into her vlogs more and more. I've noticed. I love that when you get a little bit of interest and interaction. And Debbie's lost, I think, 6.5 stone now, but she's doing Vlogmas at the moment. She's got her little dog Elfie. So again, you know, she's getting better and better at her vlogs, and they're becoming more content, and you know, she's showing you recipes now, and you can just see her confidence growing as she's losing weight. It's amazing. Who else? Just Julie. She's an Irish lass. Again, she's lost about 7 stone. She's got 2 little girls. See them from time to time, but I enjoy watching her vlogs, and she's doing the squat challenge at the moment, which I keep saying I'm going to join in. So there's that. Laura Rebecca. Oh, she is a young girl, and this girl, she can cook. You know, people say she can sing. This girl can cook and bake. She is awesome. So if you're not signed up to her page, she is called Laura Rebecca W. And I often say to her what wonderful food. And she's done a 4-course Christmas meal, like an idea. She's given me loads of ideas. She does wonderful puds, and she's always out and about as well. And she's, you know, sometimes she's a bit down, and you share her downs, but she's so beautiful as well. She's pretty and lovely, and she doesn't know how lovely she is. She really doesn't. Obviously, Mrs. Mummy Wright. I know lots of people love Mrs. Mummy Wright. I think she's been poorly at the moment and not been vlogging too much, and she's got two gorgeous little boys, hasn't she? And in the summer we were watching bits in her allotment. So she's got Jude, he's the little one, isn't he? And Noah, and of course her husband, Mr. Daddy Wright. He's been doing it. Is it Eddie? Ed? He's been, you know, lost loads of weight and still losing weight, and he's joining more and more in the vlogs and getting involved, and it's like a whole family thing. So that's wonderful. Really enjoying that. Mrs. Meldrum. I don't know if you've seen Mrs. Meldrum. She's not so much on the dieting thing. Well, she does cover food and things, but since I've been watching her anyway, she hasn't done that much on that. But what I love about her, she's beautiful, and she's got adorable little children. Is it Sophia, something like that, and Florrie, the other little girl, and you know she takes us round with her, and you just go on this journey with people, and yeah, it's wonderful. I love it. I just can't tell you how much pleasure I get from seeing people thrive, watching how they, you know, their little families and all that. And you don't feel so, you think, oh gosh, yeah, I have that too. You know, you can relate to a lot of it and get inspired by it all. So yeah, she's a great one. And that's about it really. And of course my Jane Day, which I mentioned. So that's my sort of top 8 at the moment, my ones that I'm really loving, and know that when they upload, I can't wait to watch. And that's a good sign, isn't it? When you've got something like that where you think, oh, there's so and so, I want to go and watch that as soon as possible. And so this morning I was watching, I was listening to Jane. I think it was about 3:30 this morning. I was awake and I hadn't watched I had my birthday, as I said, so I hadn't got around to watching her on a Saturday. She uploads on Saturdays, and so I couldn't wait till this morning. So I watched her 3:30. So good on you, Jane. Thanks so much. So that's about it. I'm going to finish there. I'm going to try and put in a few photographs of some of the food, if I can, at the end. So wish me luck. I've now got to find a way to get this from here onto my PC. Well, I've got a card reader, so that should be fine. And we'll see how we go with it. But I hope it's come out all right, and bear with me, and hopefully it'll get better and better. So have a great Sunday, everybody. Hope you're enjoying the lead up to Christmas as much as I am, and I'll speak to you really soon. Take care. Bye.